Hello everybody, today we're going to take a step back and let Unity do all the work. And by this I mean we're going to bring in free stuff from Unity. Now if you watched my last video you might have not been able to find the controller because you just haven't downloaded it yet. Unity offers some really cool packages, but we're going to just download I think 2 today, and these will get us a long way. So what I want you all to do is we're going to go to the Unity store. Now the way I want you to go to the Unity store is this time at least through the window and then asset store, and it's going to throw up a nice little new tab in here. Now one of the coolest or best I think packages that you have to have is what's referred to as the standard assets, and it'll look like a model set, when you put a model together or something like that. The beautiful thing about this is it's going to be free, so I'm just going to go ahead and click update here, and it's going to download. Now I'll do a quick pause here because it may take a while for you, it may take a while for me. Now as I download, we are going to, in this video, just focus on 2 things, simple and free. We'll eventually come back to the Unity store later to look at some other stuff because there's tons and tons of stuff. In fact, one of the nicest things I think about Unity in general is this store where there's just so much available and very useful. Granted, there are some less useful ones in here, but most of these are very useful, especially if you can find your niche. And the other thing the other piece to this is that you can, if you get good enough at Unity, you can create these assets and then make a little bit of money. And I'll talk a little bit to what's in this package while we're downloading here. So if you want to see what's in it, there on the right here, you're going to have a whole bunch of pieces. The first and the third person is what we'll probably be using the most. But as you can see, there's some camera rigs in here and some just kind of neat stuff. Now, most of these packages are going to be essentially based on quality. You can see the star rating is this one is 5 out of 5, and which is nice because it's free. But generally, when you start getting into the more advanced stuff, obviously, it's going to get a little bit more expensive. Now, as we're nearing the end, you'll see that it's pretty easy to install these things as well. In fact, let's take a look. And when you get to the end, you should get this huge list of check marks. In this case, just go ahead and just leave them all check marked. Yeah, granted, it's a little bit too much. It's more than enough. Hopefully, it won't eat up all your disk space, but it will. I don't know which ones we'll be using, which ones we won't. So let's go ahead and do it. Click all if you accidentally clicked off of it, and then just go ahead and click import. Now, if you go, you might have a problem sometimes with this. So you go into a scene, and then I'm going to click on this camera and do an add component. And let's say I want to add a controller to it. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of different controllers, the first person, rigid body, etc. Everything's there that I want, but some of you still might not have it. If that's the case, I would suggest going to assets and then do a re-import all, because if it already looked like it re-imported it correctly, it just might not have been updated enough into your project. Here I'm fine, but if you don't take, or if you're not fine, just take a couple minutes to redo this. So now I can add a component to my body. So let's try a first person control, and let's push play, and look, we have a first person controller. Yay. And it should take us back there. Again, some other ones I would do, I always like the skyboxes, so I would suggest at least doing 1 skybox in here. And if I just I could pick the first one, which I think I'm going to, but you're gonna let's go ahead and hit enter, And you'll see a bunch of different skyboxes in there. As you can see, here's the prices. This was my favorite price, so I'm going to click on this. There's actually, you can do this based on, as you see, price, relevance. A lot of times I like to do the rating. And we'll click on skybox. This skybox. Is this two different ones? Yeah, okay. Let's do that for now. Again, there's more free ones there, so you can go back and get a couple different skyboxes, and this will be kind of fun later on when we start putting in these weird, nice little backgrounds instead of the default ones that Uni uses. Okay, if there's anything else you want, why don't you go ahead and put it in, and you can also see them down here. Where all the assets exist, and along with the basic ones that you got originally. And I think it's nice because they recommended different folders that you can look and peruse through. So just go ahead and download them, and feel free to download a couple more that if you'd like, or things that you find useful, and we'll see you back here next time.